at Chance Theater, and tonight we're going to check out Jane Austen's Emma the Musical.
Located in Anaheim, the Chance Theater has been a cornerstone of Southern California's arts scene since 1999. Starting as a small grassroots company, it quickly gained a reputation for bold, innovative productions and fostering emerging talent. This intimate black box theater, seating just over 150 guests, specializes in connecting audiences to a diverse range of works from reimagined classics to world premieres. Recognized by the Los Angeles Drama Critics Circle and OC Weekly, the Chance has also been a champion for new voices, offering programs like Playwrights in Residence and youth theater initiatives. Its current production, Jane Austen's Emma the Musical, brings a beloved literary classic to life with humor, charm, and modern musical flair. This is the type of set that the Chance Theater does for their literature series, which is when they do plays or musicals based on books. They have these huge books with parts of the text that describes things that happen in the story. So like over here, Mr. Frank Churchill and Miss Woodhouse flirted together excessively. We're here with Mr. Casey, the director of Emma Musical at the Chance Theater, and I just want to ask, like, what prompted you to want to direct this musical?
Oh, great question. So this show is the fourth in our holiday literature series. We have Anne of Green Gables, Little Women, Secret Garden, and then when we were looking for a fourth, we actually had a board member who was a very dear friend of ours who was a huge fan of Jane Austen. And so we like, hey, Emma the Musical. It was funny, it was romantic, it was right up our alley. We're like, great, this will be a good way to change it up. And unfortunately, that board member passed away before she could even see it. And so we actually have dedicated the show in her memory. And I mean, it's such rich source material, Jane Austen, and funny and romantic, and it's great. Just wonderful.
Is the Emma Musical something that's like usually played in theaters around Christmas time, or because
I don't know about that. I'm not sure, actually. I think that it's a great holiday show. I really do, because it's not just about romance. It's also about a community. It's about family. It's about friends. I would say the love story between Emma and Harriet is just as real as Emma and the eventual person she ends up with. No spoilers. And so I think that, and also I very purposely made it so that the community is surrounding her for the entire show. Like, we put them on stage, they don't leave. She's constantly like embraced by them until she oversteps, and then she has to get them back. And so I think that finding yourself, finding love, embracing others, and really like community is just such a beautiful sentiment for the holidays. And so I think it's a perfect holiday show.
How do you get to choose who plays which character?
That's a great question. So although we have a resident company of artists here, we actually hold open auditions for all of our shows. So this was a remount. It's the second time we've done the show. So our Emma and our Knightley and our Mr. Woodhouse did the show before, but everybody else, this is the first time they did the show. And so they came out and auditioned. I had them sing a song, and then we had them read scenes. And from that, we chose the people that had the best chemistry and the best performance, and we got just such a great result. I love this cast.
Yeah, thank you. It was
absolutely.
I really enjoyed the show.
Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
So, what's your name and what role did you play?
Hi, my name is Jeff Lowe, and I played Mr. Knightley.
And what was your favorite part about Mr. Knightley's role?
My favorite part about Mr. Knightley is that he gets to have a lot of fun on stage and gets to interact with Emma a lot, both keeping her grounded but also teasing her in like a very fun way that does eventually lead to some romantic intentions, and we see if they end up together in the play.
And one thing I was wondering as I was watching the play is how are you guys able to like do a British accent the entire time?
It's tough. The British accent is not easy. We're speaking a really particular type of British accent, which is British RP. And so we actually have a dialect coach. Wynn helps us out with our dialect. So he did a couple of classes with us, really to give us a good broad strokes. And then he would come see the show and say, okay, this word needs a little bit more of the t, and these words need to like open up just a little bit more so that we can do that British dialect and do it justice.
So like now if you were to travel there, do you think you would be pretty confident with?
I've traveled to England before. They see us coming a mile away. And the British RP that we use is if you listen to like BBC radio or things like that, that's the British RP. So most normal people in London aren't going to speak like that. You'd seem very pretentious about yourself.
And if you were Mr. Knightley, like if you were actually in this situation, what is there anything you would say to Emma or like, and also do you think that you were a good friend to her before?
It's tough. I mean, Mr. Knightley does get to say whatever he kind of wants to Emma in the show, so there's a lot. But yeah, it's a lot of, I would say, telling her to stop interfering in people's lives. You know, love is a very delicate thing, and Mr. Knightley knows that because he's in love with Emma. And it's a delicate thing to interfere in somebody's love life, especially when it comes to matchmaking in this time period, because there's no way out of these relationships. You're with this person forever, and it's very, very important and very fragile. So I would probably tell her, please stop interfering. It's important to let people find love on their own.
What's your favorite part about being in the show?
My favorite part about being in the show is being able to interact with my cast members. Everybody in the show, because we are on stage the entire time, we never leave. Emma never leaves the stage at all. So we're all interacting with each other the entire time. We're getting to stay alive and present. Even when we're off stage, we're staying involved with the story, and that really is our job as actors, is to be storytellers. Well,
Thank
thanks,
you.
guys.
We
That was
really enjoyed the
fantastic.
show.
Good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah. Take it easy.
So, what's your name and what role did you play in this musical?
So my name is Mandy Foster, and I played Emma.
And what was your favorite part about playing her character?
Emma is a very challenging character to play. You kind of toe this line between being really mean and being kind of clueless about what you're saying and how it's coming across. So that's a lot of fun to try to find that line without crossing it and still find a way to make her lovable.
And I asked this question to Mr. Knightley too, but like how was it learning the British accent because I know you have to speak it the entire time.
It was fun. I personally enjoy accents. We had a really lovely dialect coach and made it very easy.
If you were like in the situation in the play, or if you could talk to Emma, what would you tell her?
I think I would tell her to consider other people's perspective. I think a lot of where she goes wrong and kind of gets herself into trouble is thinking that she knows everything and assuming that she knows what's best for other people, but really there's no way to know what all is going on with someone and what they need, so you have to listen to other people in order to get that information.
Yeah, there were a few times when I was watching when I was kind of getting mad at the Emma character a little bit, but then in the end it turned out fine. So, do you have any questions?
What's your favorite scene or song in this musical?
I have a few. One of my favorite songs is So This Is How Love Feels, which is where I'm grappling with my feelings about Frank Churchill. And I think it's a really beautiful song, but there's so much turmoil going on within her. So it's a fun one to do.
And that is Jane Austen's Emma the Musical.
The show is very funny, and I really enjoyed the songs. There were a lot of songs, but they were all pretty good, and the storyline was very well told.
This is our first time at the Chance Theater in Anaheim, and it's in a kind of industrial area, and we didn't know about it before because it's one of the smaller theaters, but once you come in, it's very homey and cozy, and all of the seats you get a great view of the stage. Be sure to catch Emma the Musical from now to December 22nd, 2024.
See you in the next video. Bye!